Right, so this is an informal video. It's not a tutorial per se. I just want to share my thoughts while I'm sat here thinking about it. I've seen a lot of comments where montages, there is no root motion with the montages when you're trying to retarget using the IKRetargeter. So montages are not something that I particularly use. I use Unreal Engine for cinematics. I'm not a game developer, well, at least not at the moment. And so, yeah, there's no root motion apparently with montages. So here we have a montage based upon Mixamo animations with the Mixamo skeletal mesh. And as you can see, I hope I put this together right. As I said, I don't use montages. This is the first time I've ever used a montage, and I've just dragged in some animations. And as you can see, there's some root motion in these animations. Okay, so then if we go over to our retargeter, and I've selected my montage here, there is root motion. I have retarget root selected here, and yeah, so I am struggling to replicate this one. There just appears to be root motion, at least in the skeletons I'm using. So if we switch over to our IK rigs, we've got our Mixamo one. I have retarget root set here to hip, and whenever you have a let me start again. So whenever you have this bone selected here, hips, you would not create a chain for that bone. Your root bone, you would not create a chain for it here, or root animation will break. And if we switch over to the mannequin, you will notice that I have root here as well. There isn't a chain for root, and the pelvis is where I've set for what I've set for the retargeting root bone, and there is no chain for that here either. And whenever I've selected or created a chain for root or pelvis, or I've set my, in fact, let's just set the root bone as the retarget root. Hit save, and let's go over and see what happens to our retargeter. There you go. Now it's behaving strangely. So again, I'll set that back to pelvis one more time. Yep, there you go. That's all I can say is that avoid these root bones in your chains. Same with the Mixamo one, which doesn't even have a root bone. And then if you do avoid those bones, it seems to work. Now, obviously you'll be using different skeletons and different skeletal meshes to me. And so if you have any of those problems, comment below. And if you can, provide a video and show me what is happening. Like, show me your IK rigs, your montages, and the retargeter, and I will see if I can come up with a solution. That's where these tutorials came from. I seem to be able to just fix certain problems. I just put my mind to it and do it. But this one, I'm struggling to understand why there may be a problem, other than what I've stated about setting the retarget roots and such. If we uncheck, let me just check one more thing. Yeah, see, there you go. It is retargeting the root motion fine. It's a very strange one. Okay, as I was editing this video, ready to upload onto YouTube, I had a thought. There was a comment, I can't remember who it was by, but they were using Auto Rig Pro on a certain skeleton, and it was rigged. Right, what I want you to do in your external software, before you import into Unreal or import a separate skeleton just to try this, is rename on your problematic skeletons, rename your root bone. Rename it to whatever you want, and then obviously you would set that as your retarget root. So for example, in the Mixamo skeleton, it's hips. Hips is its root. So try that. Rename it something other than root, and then retry the retargeting and see if that helps your problem. Anyway, that's enough for today. I'm going to a tutorial to record today, so I'm going to get on with that, and I will see you soon.